Bonjour.
So today I'm at my favorite flea market in Paris, which is the Porte de Vanves market in the 14th arrondissement. And it is the second largest flea market in Paris, and it has everything and anything you could ever want, from mid-century to 18th, maybe earlier, who knows, century. It has over 400 vendors here, and I think it's the second oldest flea market that's actually inside of Paris. There is the one in the 18th at Saint-Ouen, but I always tell people not to go there. I think it's way overpriced, a bit too touristy, not in the greatest area, but this one has more of a local neighborhood feel. It's very friendly, you can find really great deals here, and I come here, I don't know, I've lived here for 6 years and I think I've been here probably 50 times. If you ever need anything vintage, this is the place to come. The reason that I love this market is because it happens all year round, every Saturday and Sunday, from about 7 a.m. to about 1 p.m. Sometimes on Sundays they'll start to head out around 12, so earlier the better. So at the flea markets in Paris, you do want to bring cash. They only take cash, and you can bargain with them. It's kind of acceptable to bargain with them. Get to the one here, you take the line 13 to Porte de Vanves, and there is, when you get out of the metro, a bank teller that you can get money from, but definitely bring money, bring some cash. Depending on how much you want to buy, I would say around 50 to 100, because you can find really good deals here. I'm always looking for a good plate to hang on the wall, even though I'm running out of wall space for future houses, you know? Let's see how much it is, that's the key.
On peut faire 15 euros. C'est du 18e siècle. C'est le tombeau de Mirabeau.
You learn new stuff every day. Now when you come to these flea markets, it can be a bit overwhelming just because of how much stuff is here. So I always like to have a game plan in mind and look for certain things and those things only. Today I don't have that in mind, so I am kind of overwhelmed, but I at least always know that I'm looking for a good plate and a good mixing bowl and some champagne glasses. Other than that, I kind of keep laser focused. So that's kind of how I shop and navigate all of these flea markets, because otherwise I will stay here for hours and go home with things I do not need. Or do need, I don't know. But that's kind of how I do. I found some bowls. I'm always looking for mixing bowls, big mixing bowls like this, but they usually have a label on the bottom.
Bonjour.
Ça fait combien?
10 euros.
10 euros. Et pour ça?
10 euros aussi. 10 euros, 10 euros.
Merci. So it's 10 euros, which is actually quite decent for what it is, but I usually like to have the mark on the bottom that kind of knows that it's gives authenticity, I guess. But I think I'll circle back. I also like to kind of look at things, and unless I really want it, I'll buy it then. If not, I'll come back and maybe even get a better deal or reflect on if I actually need it in my tiny home. So I'll come back. I also like to collect these little figurines that you put inside of the galette de Roy for January. They're really cute. I also love to collect stamps, so anytime I see a really cool stamp, this one's quite nice. They're fun to use on letters or gift cards and stuff like that. I really think they're so pretty. These are really pretty. You see this mark? How do you pronounce that? Sanguinine. It's an area in France where they made a lot of these styles of cups and bowls and plates. So these are really cool. What I love about this market is it has everything. It has furniture, art, fabric, clothes, tools, anything and everything truly you can find here. I love this place because it's just so cute. It's tiny little teacup set. It's so cute. All of these pretty chocolate and candy molds. That's why I love this market. You find the most random little things, but they're just so cute. I love it. I think I found my champagne glasses. Just never know what you'll find here, truly. So I think a lot of people might be intimidated because you're in a different country where French is the language, but it's actually quite simple. All you need to say, ça c'est combien, which means how much is this? And then from there you can bargain a little. If someone says it's for €20, which is 20, I'll say 10 euro, 10. And then we'll meet somewhere in the middle usually. But it's normal to bargain here, so don't be afraid. Alright, so I thought about it and I've circled around and I think I'm gonna buy the first bowl that I saw because it's 10 euros. You can't go wrong with the 10 euro big beautiful bowl, so I think I'll get it.
10, ouais, 10 euros. Ok. Comme c'est parti, c'est parti.
It's pretty cool. So now we're gonna go to another market. I think a lot of people get confused about the flea markets here because unlike the one that we just went to at Vanves, that one is every Friday and Sunday at the same place. But a lot of the flea markets in Paris actually change location each weekend. And so it's hard to find where they are. But I'll link the website that I use where it shows exactly where each market is and if it's a brocante, which is more professional style flea market, or if it's more of a vide-grenier, which is like a kind of like a garage sale where you can find really good deals. So let's go to the other market. So now we've made it to the second market, which is in the 5th arrondissement, which is actually my neighborhood, which I personally think is the best neighborhood in all of Paris. It has that old Parisian charm to it that still feels very, I don't know, untouched and local. So let me know actually if you'd like a video of me going around to some of my favorite restaurants or museums, shops, a lot of places that locals visit. But this market is one of the markets that changes every weekend, and they usually are here from about 8 in the morning to like 5 or 6 p.m. So it's a good place to come and wander and maybe see something in the morning and leave and come back in the afternoon and see if it's still there. Because a lot of times if it's still there, they're willing to give you a really good deal, usually. But let's go see what they have. Do I want it? Also sometimes make me a little bit sad because I see lots of things that I don't have room for that I want. But I'll get it one day. It'll be fine. Bottom. So this one has the mark, so you know that it's the real deal, but it's a bit... It has some imperfections, but it's still worthy. So this market has a lot more clothes than the one at Vanves. Vanves doesn't have too many clothes. They're quite vintage, and it's more like Saint Laurent and Chanel and stuff like that. But these are a little bit more approachable, but still you can find some really good pieces.
Donc, pour plus savoir, faut que tu prennes tout. Voilà.
Je ne veux pas qu'on les dépasse parce qu'il y a du nez.
Ah, vous prenez pas. Au point où j'en suis.
Have you ever just wanted a leg before? They have it here. They have everything. I can't help myself when I see a plate, even if it has a little chip. I don't care. I love the markets. I could really stay here all day. And it has the little, so I don't even have to buy a little thing. I just hang it on the wall because I have no more wall space. Lev is not going to be happy, I know for sure. I just don't have any, I truly don't have any space for that. I have no idea where to put that. I just think they're so pretty. I'm so picky. I'm really picky about my glasses. I've been looking for the perfect wine or champagne glass, but for 25, and they're so soft. I think they're silk scarves. I usually don't buy stuff like this, but I just thought it was so pretty and it's so soft. Well, thank you for shopping with me today at the flea markets. I hope I answered any of the questions that you might have about the markets here. They are not intimidating. They're for everyone, tourists, locals, everyone comes to the flea markets because you can find anything and everything. If you know the right things to say and you kind of know what you're looking for, you can find the best deals here. But if you have any more questions, comment below, let me know, and I'll try to answer as many as I can. And again, I'll leave the website of where you can find all of the markets down below. So if you're in Paris and you want to know where the next one is, definitely use that website. It has every single thing on there that you need. Happy shopping!